Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of my channel, The Smoking Beard Barbecue. Today I will be doing a Thanksgiving special. I am going to show you guys from beginning to end how to actually brine and smoke a turkey for the upcoming season of Thanksgiving. What I have here is about a gallon's worth of water. What I'm going to do with this water, I've already pre-measured through the Costco turkey brine. I pre-measured 2 cups. Alright, so at this point I boiled my brine mixture on my stovetop, and right now what I'm letting it do is I'm letting it cool off. You don't want to use this brine the way it is right now because of the simple fact that if you pour this brine over your turkey and it's at this temperature, it'll start to cook it, and that's not what you want. So you want this brine to come back down to room temperature so that you can actually stick it into your turkey. So the next thing you want to do is you want to get yourself a pot that's big enough that's going to accommodate your actual turkey. I got a very small turkey just for demonstration purposes. This is about a 12-pound turkey. All right. What I wanted to do is I also wanted to put some type of plastic over it so I can seal it. What I ended up using for this is literally a oven bags for turkeys, right? The turkey size oven bags. One last thing I like to do to my brine before I actually put it in is I actually like to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar. This is about 2 cups worth of apple cider vinegar. So first things first, I'm going to add a little bit of this mixture that's already in here to make room for my apple cider vinegar. I like to go into the cavities, the inside, the outside. You want to try to get everywhere. Alright, well there you go. You see how now the turkey is now all, the brine is all over the turkey. What I want to do at this point is actually let it sit in the refrigerator for about 24 hours. And what you have here is brined turkey. Now the next step in this process is to actually pat it dry so that all that moisture from the actual skin gets removed, because we are going to put seasoning over it. And we want to make sure that it adheres. Okay, so we're back. What I did off camera right now is I actually allowed this turkey to kind of dry out a little bit from the brine. While this was drying out, I also went outside and I set up my smoker. I purchased this Rudy's turkey rub. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this all over the turkey before we put it out to smoke. So in order for this rub to adhere, we want to use a little bit of this canola oil just so that it can stick. The last step I like to do before I take in a turkey to get smoked is I actually want to make this turkey as comfortable as possible. So I'm going to put the wings. I'm going to use this one so you can see this wing is kind of flapping. You know, you don't want that to be flapping. You want to pick up your turkey and kind of tuck it back. Alright guys, so we're outside here where I have my smoker, my electric smoker set up. I want to go over some of the setups that I have here, and maybe you can mirror it so that you have a successful smoke. The very first thing you want to make sure that if you're going to be cooking with the Masterbuilt electric smoker, is you have your drip tray back there, that one right there. Make sure that one's set up. Make sure you have power for your smoker. Make sure your smoker is on. Right now it says it's 79 degrees. All right. The next thing you want to make sure to have is your pan at the bottom, the very bottom down here. This one here is the one that's going to catch the fat, and that's going to actually kick it back to your drip tray over there. Just make sure you put it in correctly, because at the very back it has a hole. That hole over there, that one drains outside. If you put it the wrong way, it's not going to be draining. The other thing I set up was my my pan, my water pan. Now in my water pan, what I ended up using was some apple cider vinegar and water mixture. That'll work. And last but not least, I know that this smoker comes with a probe, a meat probe, but I went ahead and I invested in a probe that I could monitor remotely. So my very first one that I'm going to insert here is going to be in the actual breast itself. I don't want to go to the point where it hits a bone, so I'm gonna kind of feel for it. It goes in deep enough, but not where the bone is. And then my next one, which I'm going to get here, this one here, I want to put it inside one of the legs. That's just going to go in there. Try not to get a bone. So you know what, I'm going to go on the inside, because the outside will read hotter before the inside is. Okay, so make sure you don't hit a bone. There you go. At this point, I've heard people guesstimate how much time your turkey will take to smoke. Honestly, time is I wouldn't say irrelevant, but you can't give it, it's 30 minutes or 40 minutes a pound. What you want to look for is your internal temp. Now for turkey to be considered done, you want to make sure that your breast is at least at 165 and your thighs is at least about 185. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to turn on my smoker. I turned it off. I'm going to turn it back on. The cooking temperature for this, you could go about 250. Okay, so we're about an hour and a half into the cook. Oh yeah. It's starting to cook. You can start to see that it's actually cooking right there. And I'm using the chicken also as to baste a little bit of my thing. But all right, everything looks good so far. So what I did after the turkey was done, I pulled it out and I put it on my ice chest. I let it sit for about 10-15 minutes. Why? It's just something that I do. I don't know if it'll add or take any away from the flavor. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to try to pull it out. And there you go. That's what a finished turkey looks like. Smoked, brined it, and everything coming. This was a very small turkey. It was about 10 to 11 pounder. So we'll see. We'll see how juicy and how tender this comes out. It's the first slice right there. Pretty. That was pretty soft. All right, let me pull this back a little bit. Let me go to the next one. I mean, I'm not really putting that much pressure on it. And as you can see, the steam is coming out of it, but I mean, there you go. It's cooked through and through, but looks are not everything, right? You need to see how good it tastes. Now we'll see how this tastes. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I have other videos showing you guys how to go through smoking briskets, ribs, chicken, turkey. Yeah, pretty much, if you can smoke it, I pretty much are putting up videos for it. So